think of Taiwan, what comes to mind? Is it the bustling cities? The churn of moped scooters everywhere? What else? The country is about the size of New Jersey and home to 24 million people, with amazing experiences waiting to be explored. It's super important to me to share about how there's more to Taiwan than Taipei, but I did also stay there.
There's Taipei 101, once the tallest building in the world, and although it's no longer the tallest building in the world, it's still the #1 green building, if I'm not mistaken. It's also known endearingly as just 101 to make it easier. Finishing up the last leg of my trip in Taiwan before I'm off to my next destination. And since I'm not based in Taipei, I never get to really experience Taipei fully, although I really want to. This is 100% one of the cities I would live at outside of New York. It's safe, convenient, easy to get around the country as well. Can you tell I love Taiwan?
Traveling to Taiwan is dependent on the season. Summer is an absolute no for me because of the sheer sauna it feels like. During this trip back, I finally had a chance to do some solo traveling around the island. Even though I've been traveling for years, Taiwan is the one country I never seem to be able to do my own thing, mainly because my whole family is there, so I'm usually caught up spending time with them. My name is Erin Donahue, and I'm a travel photographer and content creator based in New York City. Last time I was back in Taiwan, I covered my trip revisiting Alishan National Forest up in the mountains and exploring the lesser-known indigenous area of Simacus, also known as God's Tribe, in Hsinchu County. This time though, I'm going over Tainan and Taipei. I had the pleasure of partnering with not one but both of the luxurious Shangri-La Far Eastern hotels, and I finally got to experience 5-star luxury in Taiwan. If you're not familiar, this is a luxury hospitality brand, and the one in Taipei is a 5-star luxury hotel. In this video, I'm going to focus on those luxury accommodations and the cities they're in. My journey began in the southern city of Tainan, the oldest in Taiwan and once the capital before it moved north to Taipei. I like that Shangri-La Tainan is conveniently next to the TRA train station, which is located in the downtown area of Tainan. You can also take the high-speed rail, which is based on Japan's Shinkansen, but the station is 30 minutes away, which makes it inconvenient compared to taking the regular train. This was a brand new train I rode from Hsinchu, and the bathroom was massive, and hot meals can be purchased and eaten while the scenery outside quickly changes. After getting off at Tainan Station, walk through the back entrance, and the Shangri-La Tainan is the tallest building in the area. You literally cannot miss it. As I stepped into the grand lobby, which was previously awarded for its stunning design, I was immediately enveloped in a sense of grandeur. There are 330 rooms and suites, which are huge. The room I stayed in was a deluxe, and last I checked, rooms started at around $100 USD per night. For a luxury hotel, that's cheap. Imagine how big the suites are too. Outside my window, I was able to see all over Tainan, and my favorite moment was watching the sunset over the city from the rooftop of the hotel. Shangri-La Tainan has a breakfast buffet that is overflowing with a mix of Taiwanese and Western food, like completely stacked. If you've ever tried the buffet at Bacchanal and Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, this is kind of similar. During my stay, I was given a tour of the Horizon Club Lounge, which is available to executive club members and allows them to check in separately. I was also shown the Health and Wellness Center with the heart-shaped pool. That is beyond cute. Who thinks of shaping a pool in a heart shape? Taiwanese love the shape of a heart. Shangri-La is near a college, so there's a bunch of food options nearby, or you can just stay on site and eat at one of the 5 dining venues. The hotel is obviously impressive, and venturing into town is a must. Tainan is known for its numerous temples and significant historical sites, more than 50 of which are officially listed as national treasures. I'd say a good amount of time to fully explore Tainan is about 3 days or so. I've been to the city before, but I've been on a mission to revisit locations in Taiwan that I went to when I was younger with a newfound appreciation and a photographer and content creator's eyes. Check out the narrow alleys of Anping Old Street and shop for some goodies like candied fruit and other local delicacies. Anping is the earliest part in Taiwan's history, so a lot of foreign trade happened here. If you're a history buff, check out the Anping Historic District, where there's attractions like Fort Zeelandia, also known as Anping Old Fort, and a campus containing the Anping Treehouse, the Tate & Co. Merchant House, and Zhu Jiuying Residence. I definitely said that wrong. The treehouse used to store salt during Japanese occupation and later became a warehouse for the Taiwan Salt Corporation after World War II. The banyan trees are an invasive species and have clung to the brick walls of the treehouse. My camera may or may not have dropped down this flight of stairs right afterward. Oops. Also walk along Xiaozong Street to see old meets new Sanhuiyong style houses. These are traditional U-shaped courtyard homes of Taiwan. I stumbled upon this converted hostel and the landlord invited me in. You can clearly see the old architecture. From what I remember, there were 5 of these hostels in the area that looked a bit pricey, but it looked like a cool stay in the heart of this part of town. Coast along the mangroves of the Sichao, also probably pronounced that wrong, Green Tunnel, dubbed by the locals the Little Amazon River. Taiwan is a subtropical island and has a diverse variety of ecosystems. Mangroves are one of the most important environments for biodiversity, and the Taiwanese government has made strides more recently to protect these areas. And it wouldn't be a trip in Taiwan if you didn't stroll around at a night market, like the Dongye Si. This is the second largest night market in Tainan with a guesstimate of 300 or so food stalls. It's open on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and this is the only major night market in Tainan city center that lies east of the railway line. After soaking up the sights and sounds of Tainan, it was time to make my way to the bustling capital where another Shangri-La awaited. Waking up to the breathtaking view of the Taipei skyline from my room at the Shangri-La Taipei was a dream come true. I've always wanted to wake up to the view of the Taipei skyline and watching the sunrise. It was definitely a bucket list moment. And an added bonus was that the skies were clear yet hazy, enough to see the sunball, and it was pink. The area that Shangri-La Taipei is in is the Da'an district, and is called the Egg Yolk neighborhood because of its million-dollar views. It's similar to having a view of Central Park in New York City. The hotel is like a true oasis in the heart of the city, boasting 43 stories, over 400 rooms and suites, and an impressive collection of art and antiques from the Song dynasty. The team at Shangri-La Taipei also shared with me that the large art piece hanging in the lobby is from the Qing dynasty. If you decide to stay at Shangri-La Taipei, you absolutely have to get a room with the view of Taipei 101, otherwise what's the point? If you don't, at least go up to the rooftop swimming pool to get that full view of Taipei City. It offers guests an unparalleled view of the city skyline. One thing to be aware of is that the location of where Shangri-La Taipei is in seems to be a dead zone for food. There is a food hall across the street though that I went and ate breakfast at, but it seemed hard to find venues like cafes around. Also at night there's the Linjiang night market. If I ever do end up living in Taiwan, I would never cook. There are just so many eats everywhere. I love it.
You can make anything into tanggulo. I've actually been eating a lot of the tomatoes. Really good. I mean, it's sugar on everything, so.
During my stay, I was invited to experience the iRide Taipei, a 5D motion-simulated immersive flight that allowed me to see Taiwan without leaving the city. It's located on the 6th floor of Breeze Nansan, which is right next to Taipei 101 in the Xinyi district. This is kind of like the Times Square of Taipei, with a bunch of street performers spread out throughout the square. Experiencing iRide is part of a package promotion Shangri-La Taipei has when you book a stay there. As the special effects enveloped me, I couldn't help but feel a sense of wonder and appreciation for the diverse landscapes and experiences this island has to offer. There were locations featured in the ride that I haven't visited yet, so it was nice to see it on the screen. If I'm being honest, this ride isn't something I would ever pay for out of my own pocket. It's about $20 USD to sit for 20 minutes in front of a large TV screen. However, if you like these kinds of interactive activities, then go crazy. So this should give you an idea of both of Taiwan's Shangri-La luxury hotels and the cities they're in. Of course, there's way more to Tainan and especially Taipei, but I simply didn't have the time to explore further. Taiwan is my second home though, so you can expect more videos whenever I go back. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.